Now you got me laughing.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Voices from the Mausoleum, and welcome to our January Horror Hangout Live. I'm really excited about this one. Anybody who's been following the channel for a while knows we have like an entire series on remakes. So tonight we are going to be talking horror movie remakes, the good, the bad, the ugly, all the in between, with some very, very special guests. Mike, of course, everyone loves Mike and knows who Mike is at this point. Hi, Mike.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm very excited. I have a love for remakes, and I'm excited for everybody who's on board with us to talk about remakes.
Yeah, for sure. Mika is back talking remakes with us. So your influential horror literally just dropped like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked that out, you should be doing that already. But Mika's here from Cinematic Nightmares. If you're not familiar with Mika and what her content is, she does game nights, which are super fun. She does interviews and just horror movie content. So if you're not following her, as everybody else is the case, links are in the description for this episode. And we got Scott on a live finally. So anybody who watches remakes, Scott is my co-host for remakes and continuations. How are we doing over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I normally can't do these because you have them on at ridiculous times for me because I'm in the UK. So you start at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I love you guys, but I'm not getting up at 2 in the morning to come and do a live. But yeah, this one's earlier, so I'm here. I'm happy.
Yeah, you are the reason we are doing this earlier. When Mike and I were discussing it, I was like, yeah, if we do remakes, we got to figure out a way to make it so that Scott can be a part of it. We just have to. So we're happy that you're here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And Curtis, this isn't technically your first time doing anything with voices. You did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake continuation with Tasha and I. So you're back to do a live with us for the first time. Curtis is self-advertising, which he was laughing about before we started. But everybody's links are in the descriptions, but you could go check out his YouTube and social media links for Vintage Media Dude as well. I'm going to do a couple of promo things, and then we're going to start jumping into list. First of all, if you have not seen us post on our take on the situation that is at hand, we are doing a fundraiser / charity for Immigration Defense Project. It is a project ran out of New York that helps immigrant families fight legal fees, in which they very much need the support for. So the shirts and stuff have been posted on social media. Essentially, there's a version that says fuck ICE and there's a version that doesn't say it. It's up to you which one you want to get. If you decide to do that, link for that is in the description for this episode as well. Shirts are only $15. I'm making them myself. All the money, with the exception of $3, goes to our cause. So if you're interested in that, links in that. And because we are talking remakes, I'm going to do a really quick shout for Scott and I's remake logo merch that we have. Scott has a shirt that's about to be on the way. He just didn't have it in time for this because I just got it in. But so if you're interested in that because you love remakes and you love Scott and I, of course, then the link is in the description for that as well. All right, that's done with my sunshiny host stuff. We can get into the nitty gritty. So we're gonna go to Mika first. What is your first remake you want to jump into?
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this because this one is like at the bottom of the totem pole for me, forever and always. And granted, a lot of people like this one. I don't know why, but whatever. It's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Who likes that?
No, I have. Listen.
I like it too.
Somebody likes it.
And today is my last day on Voices. Thank you so much. I appreciate my time here.
Yay,
I did not know this. I feel blindsided.
Honestly, that just means shame on you for not watching remakes episodes, because Scott and I covered this on remakes.
Yeah, we don't hate this. It has issues, 100%. But I think most of the issues are caused by bad script as opposed to bad performance. I think Jackie L. Haley does a good job as Freddy. It's just everything around him that fell apart tragically.
I would have to agree, because I like the fact that they went back to a more menacing Freddy and less of a jokester Freddy, because we we got a more menacing Freddy in like a New Nightmare, and I've always been more on the menacing Freddy side of the fandom versus the jokester. But I have to agree, the script totally fell apart, and it was just like even the ending had me like pissed. I was just like, I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing.
No.
In addition to a bad script, I'm sorry, I do have to point out there was a lot of bad direction as well. There was a lot. I do agree. To me, I don't think the Freddy was bad. I think the Freddy was just different. And anybody who truly hates the Freddy just to hate the Freddy, we have to understand there is no one who is going to do it like the original.
No,
so
that's true. That's true.
It's not going to look the same. It's not going to sound the same. It's not going to act the same. So I think I agree. I don't think he was the bad part of the movie. I think all the choices around his character were
Lord.
terrible.
Don't worry, Scott. I can mute people if it gets out of hand. I can.
No, I think my main thing
wild.
for this one is they had the chance to make this very, very dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they went the safe route.
Yeah.
In terms of was he or was he not what they said he was.
I don't disagree with that, because there was actually a point in the movie on my first watch where I was like, are they about to make him innocent? Like there was a moment because of the shift from you killed an innocent person. I was like, are they really gonna make him like he didn't do this horrible thing? And then a hard shift back to the other. So I thought that was an interesting jerk back and forth, I guess. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, I guess.
Yeah, I'd like them to have taken that choice and gone that route. And also I think
him innocent.
Yeah, made him innocent, because that then flips the narrative, because then if you do get a sequel, Freddy's now your protagonist, and that completely changes the way you look at the franchise. Also, it has one of the most interesting things in the entire franchise with the micro naps. I love the micro naps where they drift in and out of the dream world. And you've seen so many people rip that off. Like cool. Stranger Things is a prime example of the sort of drifting in and out. Like that concept has been taken and adapted so many different times now. But I think that they had a really good thing there, and it just didn't catch on properly for them.
Yeah.
I think I think some of the hate, it's got like a really low rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's still in the 30s or 40s. So someone did like it. But I think a lot of the hate comes from just how he looked in general. And then that one picture of him, how he looked, like when they post, like with Twilight, when they're like, oh, vampires don't sparkle. It's the same thing with this picture of Freddy. They picked the worst looking moment in the entire movie with him with that stupid grin on his face and his eyes bugging out. And they're like, that's not Freddy. Well, it's not Robert Englund. And that is a terrible photograph. So, I mean, if you just look at that, it sucks. But
and I think because they went away from like the burnt Freddy that we know to an actual burn victim,
like what he would really look like,
and what he would really look like. I think that's also what threw people off, because it was just like, it's a little unsettling to look at, and not in a like a horror type of way, just like
horror kind of way.
Like I don't want to look at this.
I think he also, in general, some of the lines in this though had me so happy. Like, like his little, like his zingers weren't comedy. Obviously, this, like you said, they went back to kind of the darker version of what Freddy was originally in like the first three, and it was like these things he says, or he's like, why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet. And he's like, did you know that the brain or the heart still pumps blood, or whatever that phrase is about the brain, and we still got 8 minutes or 7 minutes left. I'm like, bro, that's like some of those lines, if you had taken those lines and put them in a slasher, people would have been raving about it, because those lines they're intense, and the delivery on his end I thought was really, really good for those little like quick jabs at the people that he's killing. So I like this remake. You know what, Mika? I specifically didn't ask you about this one, though, because Nightmare is on your influential. And I was like, I'm going to wait and see if she brings it up. So I didn't ask you about this when we did influential, because I had a feeling based on the way you spoke about it, you were going to be like, this is the worst fucking movie.
Bottom
I've
of the
ever seen.
totem pole when it comes to nightmare movies.
No, I knew it. I knew it. I had a feeling.
Freddy's dead. How is Freddy dead above this?
Dang, that's just mean at this point. You're just being mean at this point. All right, Scott, what's your first one you want to talk about?
I'm going to start at the bottom of the totem pole for me, like way down. Psycho, 1998.
Oh.
The most pointless remake of all time because it's a shot-for-shot recreation with a different cast. It's atrocious. I hate it.
Yeah.
And then this is the one with Vince Vaughn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about a terrible choice. I'm sorry. Terrible choice when the original is Anthony Perkins.
Yeah, give me a break.
And you choose Vince Vaughn to portray him?
It doesn't.
That was
weird choice.
Weird choice.
Weird choice.
They should have just went with Christian Bale for every crazy psycho movie for that whole decade.
Yeah.
I think I would have been better.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you were going to say a different one for your bottom, but I'm sure the one I'm thinking of is going to come up. I didn't even have Psycho on my list.
It was on mine.
It was?
It was a shot for shot trash can.
That's what makes it bad is I don't mind if it's not good because again, that's going to be subjective. Everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah.
But like then when you're making a remake, you have to still give this new movie its own identity to an extent. Like you don't want to drift off too far and then you have something that is a remake in name only.
Wrong turn. Go ahead.
But here, like shot for shot is the worst thing you can do for a remake because it's just unimaginative and you're just bored.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're doing shot for shot, if you're doing shot for shot against a director who's not all that great and you're remaking a mediocre movie, you're probably going to get away with that and get a little bit of love. But when you're doing shot for shot recreation with Alfred Hitchcock, you are on an instant loser. You're not coming out of that with people going, "Oh, well done, you've done a good job there." It's just disaster.
No. Yeah, Scott and I talk a lot about the fact, like, one of the things that will make a great remake is the balancing of the two, like what you were saying, Mike, where it's got enough of the original that you're there for those pieces, but it has to kind of take its own direction and do its own thing. If it does one or the other, it typically ends up falling flat in some way or another, for most people anyway. Yeah. Well, nobody disagreed with that. Everybody was like, yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I completely forgot everything about this movie. So when you mentioned Vince Vaughn, and I have to think of Vince Vaughn in that movie, it is bothering me to my soul, not remembering anything about the movie. Like, that hurts just imagining that existing.
Yeah. That's fair. All right, Curtis, what you got for your first one you want to talk about?
So I decided to go low end too, and it's funny because it's kind of the same reason with Scott. Cabin Fever, which might be the legitimate most pointless thing ever, because Cabin Fever was only out a decade and then they put out this other one, and again it's a quote unquote shot for shot remake. Except they remove the funniest parts from the entire movie. The movie wasn't supposed to be like this amazing slasher. It was supposed to be like humorous. They removed all the humor. The acting was absolutely terrible. And it's the parts that they did stick shot for shot were terribly acted, terribly directed. And the parts that they went away from shot to shot were even worse than that. I could not stand that movie at my core at all. And I
agree with you, Kurt. I agree. That movie is trash. It's horrible.
I didn't even know there was a remake to Cabin Fever until like a year or two ago. And here's the thing, I didn't love Cabin Fever to begin with, so I'm not gonna watch a remake of it.
Yeah, I didn't even put that one on my list.
No, so I went in like, oh, there's a remake to Cabin Fever, and then I started watching it, and I was like, am I watching the right movie? Because this seems like the original Cabin Fever that I'm watching with. Okay,
how do they do that? So lazy.
With worse actors.
With worse actors.
Yes. With worse. Yeah.
It was so bad. I was like, you tried.
Yeah, I didn't even put that one on my list. I was trying to stick away from ones I thought you guys would say, but Cabin Fever honestly didn't even come in my brain.
we're throwing you curveballs. You got to keep up.
No, it's good. It's good. I haven't crossed anything off my list. But the one I'm going to do first, I will tell you, is going to piss y'all off, but we'll get there. Good shout. I didn't even think about cabin fever. I forget I think I just forget that that's even a thing. I don't even think about it. So
does the world.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to tuck it away.
The thing is, there's so many remakes like Psycho, like Cabin Fever that happen. Yeah. And as a community, everyone goes, oh. And then we just don't talk about it again. And
ever again.
Yeah. And it's not until conversations like this, it comes up and everyone goes, oh, you brought it up again.
Oh, you reminded me of this horrible
I
thing.
forgot that existed, damn it.
Thanks a lot.
You reminded me of the time I wasted my time.
Yeah. All right, Mike, what's your first one you want to talk about?
All right. I think I'm going to go, for me, it's on the higher end of the totem. And I think most people agree, but the small, I don't think it's that controversial anymore. I think everyone picked up on this. The remake I'm choosing is a remake in name, but to me, it's really a remake of a different movie than what they say it is.
Okay.
House of Wax.
Oh, that's on my list. Is it good?
I watched that last night. That's great.
House of Wax is. Oh well, we'll get there. Go ahead, Mike.
So I really enjoy this movie. However, if it's supposed to be a remake of what is it, Night of the Wax Museum or the original House of Wax?
The original
House of Wax.
No, not even close.
It's not, but it is to me the actual remake of Tourist Trap.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a valid point. I actually just saw Tourist Trap for the first time last summer. I'd never seen it before. That is dang, I never thought about it like that. You're right.
It is a remake, but I think it's the remake of Tourist Trap. Okay. And so I really love this movie. Everyone knows that I'm a huge fan of early 2000s horror, and I like the campiness and cheesiness and the all-American vibes that the 2000s had of like this perfect looking cast. And it was all the big names of the early 2000s. Chad Michael Murray, was it one of the guys from Supernatural?
It was
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah. So there was like so many names in the Paris Hilton. It was definitely a product of its time, and it got crapped on because like the early 2000s, everything was considered bad. And I love that it got its resurgence and the respect that I truly think it deserved, because it is one of those that people are now saying it is a cult classic. It isn't as bad as people thought it was. And I'm a huge fan of this movie.
I really I think one of the things that makes this so clever is they knew exactly what they were doing. So one of the marketing campaigns for this, because Paris Hilton was hated at the time, like publicly ostracized, everyone hated her. And the advertising campaign for this was, you can come and watch Paris Hilton die. That's how they sold this movie. What a marketing campaign.
It's true.
It got so many people to watch.
It did. That's why I watched
poster. They made a big poster of it and everything. So like, she was cool with it. So
whatever works.
Funny enough, she is one of my favorite parts of that movie, and not like not sarcastically. Like I actually think she was good in that movie. I think for her character, she was. I love that quick chase scene. I love the death. Like, love her in this.
I think when Scott and I covered this, we talked about the fact that like she's actually the standout performance in this film. Like, given everything people thought of her back then, because I actually love her now and all her advocacy, and she's so cool now. But back then it was cool to hate her, so I guess everybody hated her. But she really is, performance-wise, one of the strongest performers, if not the strongest performer in that cast for that film. She did a great job. Let me do these really quick because they just shopped. Hey, what's up, Norin? Look at this beautiful panel. So many amazing folks. How are you, Norin? And Tasha says, oh my God, Scott.
Yeah, it's me. Hi.
I don't think I told you, Tasha, that Scott was going to be on the Remakes Live. Makes sense, though. But I don't think I told you. Yeah, no, I'd never thought about it being like a remake of Tourist Trap, that changes like so many things. Because when we covered it, first of all, Vincent Price is God. Okay, do you understand me? Like, that man he is like horror royalty. And so compared to, if you compare it to House of Wax, there's no comparison in my opinion. But if as its like own entity of something different, kind of taking the eeriness of, wax figures and then putting it in like a different movie, that I really really enjoy it. But yeah, you're right, it's not like the story is nothing like, this is very 2000s. A bunch of kids get into they get stranded somewhere, something bad happens, so it's like, the normal.
Yeah.
So that's a good shout. I don't know how to get rid of that thing StreamYard keeps showing me. There we go. I got it. Okay, so speaking of everybody except me hating everything, that Step for Step, I'm going to talk about a remake that I saw before the original and did not know it was a remake.
Oh,
and therefore made the original unwatchable for me, because it is Step for Step. And I'm talking about the 2000 and what? I don't even know what year this came out. The movie Quarantine. So Quarantine is the remake of Wreck. I know, y'all. Stay with me, okay? I did not know when I went and saw this in theaters that it was a remake at all. I did not know this until, I don't know, a few years ago now. And so I tried so hard. I was like, oh my God, I got to watch the original. I couldn't watch it because even the dialogue is the same. Because when they made Quarantine, they copy and pasted it from Wreck, from the original. And I know that that's awful, and I'm really sorry, but I saw Quarantine first. So like, that's my Wreck. And that's where I'm starting out this controversial conversation about remakes.
Do you know you can play the movie side by side, literally side by side, and they have the same runtime, the same scenes, the same shots?
Shot for shot.
It is shot for shot, word for word. I know. And I apologize, but listen, it is what it is. I saw it first. I can't help it. I can't undo what has been done. Also,
as
Doug
your
Jones
co-host,
is in this.
as your co-host of Found Footage Fridays, my flabbers have never been more gasted than they are right now.
I know. I'm so
I gotta
sorry.
put on my glasses for this one.
Oh, y'all, come on. Listen. It's the thing is I really did try really hard to go back and watch Wreck, and I tried to watch it. Don't do dubbed. No one do that, okay? I tried to go back and watch it, and I was like, it's like step for step the same. I can't do this, but it's just because I saw that one first. Oh man, I forgot about that. I prefer Wreck, but couldn't find a version to watch that wasn't ridiculously dubbed. Yeah, that makes sense.
The only redeeming quality of Quarantine is that it is watchable because they just copy and pasted from Wreck.
It's true.
But also, I do love the actress. I'm forgetting her name right now.
That's that girl from Emily Rose.
Yes, the lead
She's
actress.
Mm-hmm.
I do love her, and that's why I won't turn Quarantine off if it's on. But oh my God,
I love that one. I'm sorry. What's up, Joe from Horror Fiends? Hi, all. I came in just in time. I love both equally the same. I speak Spanish, and the translation is the same, but what they say is different. I don't know. Listen, I understand. I know people are mad, but I can't help it. I saw it first. It wasn't my fault. I mean, there are some things I could do. What she said, Jennifer Carpenter. That's her name. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
I'm not mad. It's just
you look a little mad.
Flabbergasted.
We're still in shock.
I'm still in shock. I know, because I very much like you. I saw Quarantine first.
Oh, you did?
And didn't realize that it was. Well, actually, I found out later that it was a remake. So then I went back and watched Wreck, and I was like, I kind of like this one better than.
Yeah, I got to get through it. And I want to watch the other ones in the series as well, because there's a bunch, right? There's like 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5. So, and I haven't seen any of those either.
4? I think there's 4.
That is a train one. I don't know. I know there's a
You
few.
can watch as much as you want. I would say stopping at 2 is fine.
Okay. No.
Yeah, I think is it 2 and 3 that are the same story told from different perspectives. It's the same timeline, but with different viewpoints on it.
Very much like Mike and stopped at 2.
See, I remember hearing something like that.
Or it's 3 and 4. I can't remember which, but yeah.
The twists at the end are different. Oh, from possession versus the virus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possession is cooler. I'll give you that. 100% is cooler.
Did you say you hadn't finished the other one, Angel?
No.
Oh, you got yeah. Well, it's different at the end, so you gotta. I mean,
I know. I gotta get
what
through
if
it.
it gets better?
Just fast
It
forward
does,
to
I'm
the
sure.
last 30 minutes. Just
Doug
try to get how the
Jones,
movie goes.
Doug Jones is the veterinarian in this as well, though. And I mean, I love Doug Jones. Okay, I'm gonna do these, and then I'm gonna do some of the shouts that I promised on Instagram. I love Rec, but not in quarantine because it's good. But Rec doesn't hold back and is more brutal. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just the Blob remake from the 80s, Texas Chainsaw remake, and My Bloody Valentine remake are some that I enjoy more than the originals. My Bloody Valentine, Norin? Are you for real?
I'm with him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, I love the original. Is so funny and quirky. I love the original. So we posted on socials and did get quite a few interactions. So I told people if they posted, their remakes, that I would give quick shouts. I'll go through these really quick, and then we'll move to Mika for her next one. Literary Love 123 says, of course, The Thing, but since it's already been mentioned, another favorite is Evil Dead 2013. Dr. _celluloid. These are all on Instagram. Nightmare on Elm Street was my least favorite.
Woo woo.
Dawn of the Dead is my favorite remake.
Woo woo.
This is hard because y'all ever notice sometimes when you say horror, if you don't enunciate, it sounds like you're saying something different. So this person's name is Horror Whore 93. My favorite remake is either the 03 Texas Chainsaw or the 06 Black Christmas. Least would be Child's Play. I don't hate it, but the OG will always be the best. Old Nerdy Bastard, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and my least favorite is the New Salem's Lot. Aiden B favorite is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Least favorite is Day of the Dead. Y'all, Day of the Dead is on here as least favorite like 30 times. Cinema Junkie 1, I'd go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Fright Night and Day of the Dead remakes are my least favorite. I'll stop there for now so we can go to Mika's next one. Love the Blood remake. Evening and all, hope everyone's doing good. And Child's Play remake was so many people have not seen our episodes. I could tell.
Yeah.
All right, Mika, what's your next one you want to talk about?
Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit up on the totem pole.
Okay.
So speaking of someone that was in Supernatural, he also was in this movie as well too. I'm gonna go with the Friday the 13th remake.
God, I hated that one. Okay.
The reason why I like it is because they obviously, they go into more of Jason's backstory and how he ended up surviving the drowning and then becoming a 7-foot tall monster that looked like he lived trees in the woods on his weekends.
This is true.
I also like it because it kind of went back to the slasher that we know, and they gave Jason some speed. Like he could run, and anything more terrifying is having a 7-foot tall dude running after you with an axe in his hand.
Yeah.
So that's Friday the 13th remake.
Yeah.
I always look at that as not a remake. So stick with me. It comes after Jason X, and at the end of Jason X, Jason falls to Earth 2. Now, take it that is Earth 2 and that is Uber Jason, and it completely changes the way you.
Oh my God,
movie.
hilarious!
I would think that too, as well too. That what?
I love that theory. I love that is really cool. I love this movie.
I know, Mike, you were doing a little dance while you're waiting on your turn.
This is one of my favorite. So I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan. All the bad ones, there's a silliness to all of them that aren't that great. There's still something that I love about each and every one. Even Jason Goes to Hell. I like something of all of these. With this one, I think it's a very loose version of a remake of 1 and 2 because we go straight into the Jason storyline. But they give him backstory. They make him more vicious. Shout out to my girl Danielle Panabaker. I don't know if that's how you say it. The should have been final girl. I thought she was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved her. This is a top movie for me. I love this movie.
Yeah, we said Friday the 13th so many times Noran's ears were ringing. That's his franchise. He said Friday the 13th is king. Did you like the remake, Noran, as well?
Agree.
I know you love the franchise, but I don't think I've seen you talk about the remake. I can't remember. No, Tasha, we haven't hit 13 Ghosts yet. I just finally see original a couple months ago, and I love it. It's so good. I have it on good authority that TCM 2022 is great, though. Yeah. Yeah. We had so much fun talking about that one with Curtis, though, right? That one was fun.
Have we talked about that one?
We did that one. Maybe once upon a time. Jared Pat. Oh, I said his name. I said Paldecki. I just be saying it different every time. Sorry, girl. The remake of Firestarter, I didn't even give that one a chance.
Terrible.
Yeah, the original didn't set a high standard. It was a pretty low standard, and they made the remake worse than the original.
Which one
I
was
was just
the
going to
remake?
say the bar was low with Firestarter, and they
it
went
was
lower.
in hell. That's
they
what
went
it
even
was.
lower.
Because
Remake
it's
is
not a
ranked
good movie.
5.
Was Drew Barrymore in the original or the remake?
Yes,
She was in
the original.
Okay. I didn't even know they remade that movie.
Yeah, not that
Yeah.
long ago, right? A couple years ago.
Yeah.
So
I think it was like
I've
a
never-
Peacock
I've never even
original or
watched that
something.
movie.
You can skip it. You can skip it.
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't even
I
watch
have,
it
a really,
first.
I have a really cool collectible from the movie though. They grade VHS tapes now, so I got a copy of Firestarter and I set it on fire and I burnt the cover really, really good, and then I sent it in to get graded, and it came back as a 1.5, and now it's just sitting on my shelf, a burnt up copy of Firestarter with a horrible grade.
Norad says remake is ranked number 5.
Okay.
Hey, don't hate on the OG Firestarter.
If you like it, I love it.
Go back and watch it right now.
My favorite thing about the
no.
Friday the 13th remake was he knew how to work a bow. Like he stayed at
yeah.
this camp for
That's
decades,
fair.
and he figured out how to work a bow.
He knew how to do it. That's fair. That's a good point.
It's all to do with the upgrade that he got when he was in space, though. He just
And then before
Exactly. See now, Sky. Liz. Sky.
when I
see
reshare
that.
this over the next few days, I'm clipping that theory and posting it as like a promo for that.
And we have one of the best lines in horror in this movie.
Okay.
Your tits are stupendous.
Stupendous.
Oh God, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but I have to say I've only seen like maybe 3 Jason movies. There's a bunch I haven't seen.
I know what we're gonna do for content.
Yeah, well, you find them all streaming because that's been the struggle bus, is trying to get them where I can watch them all consecutively without paying for them. So
Oh,
that's
I
hard.
got you.
I paid for
Oh.
it.
Because I got them.
I got
Okay.
all of them, including Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Yeah, I didn't even have that one on my list either, but I figured somebody would probably bring that one up. All right, Scott, what you got for your next one you were talking about?
It's one that's come up in the comments that I really like that everyone seems to hate, and it's Child's Play 2019.
That's on my list.
Wait,
And
the remake?
the remake,
Yeah.
because if you strip away the Child's Play name, take away the fact he's called Buddy, make
Yep.
him a teddy bear, it is the best AI slasher
It's so
we have
good.
ever had.
It's so good. I agree.
It's just the fact that Child's Play fans are like, that's not my Chucky, it's got no voodoo in it, and they've got loads of attitude and they're really angry about it. But if you strip it down to what it actually is, it's a really good AI gone rogue, not because it's inherently evil, because it's learning bad things from people around it with no restrictions,
It's good.
and then it goes wild. And yeah, I think it's really good. It's just hated because it used that Child's Play name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
This
is
was actually on
100% my
list,
take.
too. Did you have it on your? So I had it on my list for that exact same reason. I'm one of the biggest Chucky fans on the planet. I'll drive to go meet them if they're at conventions. I got so much Chucky stuff on my shelves, and I watched it. And again, it's just the name Chucky. You know,
Yeah.
a teddy bear would have been adorable, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and Buddy looked a little weird, but it's just like if they didn't try to link the franchise, if it was just oh look, a killer doll movie, then everybody would have loved it. I think it was a good movie.
Yeah.
You all said it because I I love this movie.
I like it.
I always say it's a great movie. It's a bad Child's Play movie.
Yeah.
In name and the terrible look that they gave it, it doesn't even need to be a teddy bear. Like, just make it a different looking doll. They could have tried to get the licensing to the original name, Batteries Not Included, and you have an amazing AI gone wrong
cool.
movie. This movie, and that there's another remake that kind of has the same problem of if they didn't market it as a remake with the same name, because it's nothing like the original, you have an okay to good movie. In this particular case, I think you have a great movie. You just have a bad franchise installment.
Yeah. I also like the idea that he is like so innocently bad. Like, there's these moments where he's like, what? Whereas like when he's Charles Lee Ray, he's just a serial killer, right? So it's very different than this doll. He's like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here. Why don't you want to be my friend? Like, I think
I didn't mean to hurt the cat.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's kind of like
it hurt you.
I know. That's kind of my point. I will say though, the Christmas lights death in this is one of my favorites. Like, it's like the guy, the boyfriend. I don't even know. I can't remember his name. We'll call him Brad for the sake of archetypes. Brad goes home to his wife, right? And Buddy's like, oh hell no. I love that whole like thing that was done. I thought that was really good, but I really like this one too. I do understand much to kind of how I feel similar with like Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like because of what it was trying to connect to, a lot of people were like, nah, but I really like this one too. This is a good one. One of the scary parts of the OG came out was when, the My Buddy dolls, they had a sister one too.
Kid sister.
So there was the boy and the girl one, and then yeah. I knew people that had those. Yeah,
I did.
You had one?
A kid. Me and my sister had a kid sister. So there were two in the house.
Oh Lord!
In the closet after Child's Play came out.
I know,
because we're not doing this.
Yeah, no, thank you. Put that away. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Scott. I think that's a good shout. I like that one. I did have that one on my list, but I figured I had a feeling you might be bringing it up. One of my brothers did. Yeah, a lot of people had those, kind of like the Raggedy Ann dolls. It's like, oh, this is based off of this, and I have one. That's terrifying. All right, Curtis, what you got next that you want to talk about for remakes?
So I'm gonna do one that I like both of. It's the Crazies.
Yeah.
I loved them both, and the reason I'm okay with remakes, a lot of times some people just hate them in general. I like remakes of the older stuff, like the 70s type horror, because in the 70s they had to be careful what they put out. Like back in the 70s, they tried to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre an X rating, which would have kept it out of theaters. It would have kept it off the video stores shelves. So they had to do a low key horror. But now they can take the premise of the movie, and I think they did it with the Crazies, and they can go just wild with it. They can be more brutal. They can show more. They can like rip your heart out. Like they can destroy you on the inside. And I think that's what the Crazies, the newer Crazies did. But again, if you watch the original Crazies, there's like a sense of dread that they were really good at putting in the 70s horror movies, because they had to, because they couldn't show as much as they wanted. So they were good at that. But I'll always appreciate a remake of like an older horror movie that can pick up where they couldn't do back then. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love the remake of the Crazies. It's so good. I didn't get to talk about that one, Scott. You and Steve did that one because I had just had surgery. You guys covered that one, I think.
Yeah, and that was one that I said is one of the few remakes that I actually think is better than the original in pretty much every aspect.
Yeah.
Like delivery, look, tension, like everything in that remake is so on point. And they just up the ante and make everything scarier than the original. It's so rare to get one that is definitively, when you look at them side by side, like, that's better. It's the same story, but you've done such a good job. I really like it.
Yeah, I think the original, the type of like kind of dread, like what Curtis was saying, and like the atmosphere of it is more about this very invasive nature of these like people in these suits just like coming in your house and like snatching you out. Whereas this builds it more of like that, you've got the guys who are like kind of hunting for fun or whatever, and then there's a lot of other elements to it that involves other people and not just the people in suits coming in and out, which is a lot of what happens in the original. So yeah, I agree. I love the Crazies remake. I think it's super good.
It also has. Is he Timothy Oliphant, or is he the other one that looks exactly like Timothy Oliphant? Because that's a really handsome dude
No,
to have in the
I
movie too.
do
So
mix
that's a
those
step
two
up
up.
as well.
I know exactly what you're
he's
talking
in
about.
Timothy Oliphant is in the remake of the Crazies.
Okay,
But
who's
what's
the
the
other
other
Yeah,
guy?
because
guy that looks
that was the
like
first time I
him?
saw him, and I was like, "Hello." I love this movie.
Josh Jamel. The wife just said
Yes,
Josh
yes,
Jamel.
yes,
That's got to
yes,
be.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't tell the difference half the
I
time.
can't either. I was as soon as you said it, I knew exactly what you meant. I missed this. Cabbage Patch Kids are creepier. I liked the Crazies. Agree with Curtis. The remake of the I'm not even trying. I'm not even watching any of those remakes. If the director makes it their own, not like doing some play by play is just bad. Hell yeah, the Crazies. I've only seen the remake though. Tasha, I have you on timeout. She's laughing. He said never check messages. Timeout. Okay. Yeah, no, the Craziest was good. All right, Mike, what you got next?
All right, so I'm gonna go a little bit more basic here.
Okay.
I love the original. I think the original is fantastic, but
Okay.
as good as it is, the remake is better by miles and miles, and that is The Fly.
Oh yes, I didn't write that because I knew somebody was going to bring up The Fly.
Can't watch that
Agreed.
movie anymore.
That movie's yeah,
The Fly
yeah,
is as great of a body horror film as The Thing.
yep,
It is phenomenally acted, scripted, directed. It is
emotional.
in basically a perfect movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just love everything about it. And like you said, Angel, very emotional for
Very
such a
emotional.
disgusting body
It's
horror
such a
movie.
devastating movie for for the type of gross things you see. It was so good though. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
So that's my shout. I love The Fly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff Goldblum in that is Oscar levels good.
totally agree.
Yeah.
And this is a time when horror movies didn't get the recognition they get now.
For sure.
I'd love to see if that film was released today. I'd love to see what sort of reception it would have received.
Yeah. Because I think it would have been different. I think you're all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Um, The Fly fucked me up. I have a teeth and horror fear. Oh God! And you know what? My other one from this one is nails. The nail thing. Ugh, I can't do that. So gross. The remake of Invisible Man. I haven't watched that yet. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I need to really badly, but I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, no, The Fly is super good. That's a good one. I didn't put it because I knew somebody else was going to say that one. So
Ugh.
I know it's so gross.
So you said, Mika, why can't you watch it anymore?
Okay. I have a thing with body horror now. I will try to make it through it, but as I've gotten older, just watching movies like The Fly, I will instantly be like, bleh.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it. Like it's hard. And like The Fly is a hard watch for me.
I feel like The Fly makes you want to throw up and cry like at the same time though. It's like it, obviously the ending is like very just like, oh my God, but it's so gross at the same time. So it's like you're like sick to your stomach, but you're like sad. It's a very weird mix of emotions for such a grotesque movie.
I don't know how I should be feeling right now.
Thing is, it's also laced with a load of comedy as well.
Yes.
It's really
It
gross
does
and
have
really
some funny-
visceral.
Yeah.
But then you cut to the scene where they're sat in the cafe and he's just loading sugar and sugar and sugar into his coffee.
Yeah.
And she's looking at him like, have you lost your mind? He's like, oh, it's not sweet enough, and adding more. Like all of those little bits of like physical comedy, I think work so well against the nastiness of the body horror, and the overall story is dark. And adding that in, I think helps me get through it, because it's one that I watch and go, oh, that's gross. That's so gross.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Me, right?
Yep.
was going to pull up the rest of our Instagram things. Thank God I almost made it to the end of the list. A lot of people interacted with these things, but I think it was conversation and not just like individual things. Okay. So the next one I'm going to bring up, I added this like super late because I thought about it after the fact and I was like, I don't know if anybody else is going to bring this one up. But since we've already talked about how perfect and amazing Vincent Price is, I thought I would talk about the remake that is I Am Legend. Did everybody know that that was a remake?
No.
Of
There's
the
a
last
different-
man on the earth
The
or something?
Last Man on
Last
Earth.
Man on Earth.
You say it had a different title.
Yes, Last Man on Earth. It's based off a novel.
That's a good one, Angel. I like
Yeah,
that.
I this is on the bad though.
Oh no.
She's like, I ain't like that. What are you talking about?
I first of all, I don't like Will Smith, and I mean that with as much love and respect as could be deserved, I guess. But like, I'm one. This is the only thing I swear to y'all that I'm like this about. The book was just so much better and more nuanced than the movie was, and they kill the dog, which is an immediate on my list. But the thing is, I put it on my bad side because the story of like him interacting when he meets the I don't know what the girl's name in I Am Legend is, but when he meets the girl and there's like this whole the storytelling for the human elements in it, I just didn't think were as good as they were in Last Man on Earth. I mean, Vincent Price, I could listen to Vincent Price's monologue about literally anything, just talk to himself for hours, and I would be so engaged and invested. But this felt like these weird scenes where, like, people make fun of like the mannequin scenes in I Am Legend where they're like, because he's just in there. And I really like those scenes because I think that the mannequin scenes are actually the only ones in the film that capture that lack of connection and that lack of human emotion with other humans that you have throughout the entire film of Last Man on Earth. So I don't know who has seen Last Man on Earth and who hasn't, but I just think that for it to be such a story about isolation and loneliness and the human condition under those types of situations, I think that the original with Vincent Price just nailed those themes a lot better because, they just look like tired people in The Last Man on Earth. They are supposed to be more like vampires, but in I Am Legend, they look like the Mummy for some reason, and I really didn't like that because they were supposed to be very specifically vampires. And in the book and in Last Man on Earth, they talk a lot about how it looked like your neighbors. It was the people you used to go to the store with or the people you worked with. And in this, you're like, I have no idea who these people are. They look like straight up monsters. And that was such a hard shift away from the commentary that I think the original had. So I Am Legend is on the bad list, and they killed the dog. It was a no for me. I didn't really like that.
I disagree.
Have you lost your damn mind?
You're like, what?
You hit us with Quarantine, and then you hit us with I Am Legend back to back. Like, what is going on?
Over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure this isn't what happened. I'm going to throw it out there anyway, just as a counterpoint. When you point out the relationship Will Smith had with the lady at the end of the movie, what if that's by design? Like you said, the mannequin, and I agree, the mannequin scenes are just amazing. It really touches like the human emotion. Maybe Will Smith doesn't know how to interact with humans anymore at that point. So when one shows up and he has to actually like put thought into this and be a person, which he hasn't had to be for like however long it's been. Like, what if that's by design and you're hating on it because it's awesome?
That's the part that I didn't believe. That's the part that I felt like was missing depth. And, it's like the other scene I did like, even though, again, they look like the Mummy, but when there's, the scene when the male comes in to the female that he has on the table, and there's this like recognition and this love. And like, there are elements in this that I like. It's not that I hate I Am Legend. I just think as it being noted as a remake of The Last Man on Earth, I think they're just completely different. And I just don't think that it was able to capture quite the same like emotional exhaustion that I felt like even now if I rewatch Last Man on Earth. It's just, you guys just be mad. I don't even care. You just be mad if you want to be mad.
You're making us all emotionally exhausted. Like, how can you throw I Am Legend in this list?
Shut up. Shut up, Scott. The book was amazing, but I can't handle the poor pup. Vincent Price's House on Haunted Hill, that's on my list somewhere. Remake was good, but OG with Price is so awesome. Yeah, he's bar none. His back and forth with Carol Omart is awesome. Totally agree. Will Smith is a real villain. And I am Legend.
Wow.
He's a
just
murderer.
did y'all see the scene where he slapped the shit out of that zombie for having his wife in his mouth?
Yeah.
Did you hate Will Smith before or after that?
Before, I never really
What
liked
is
Will
wrong
Smith.
with you? Will Smith was amazing before that.
Before the movie, or
No,
the
before
events around the movie.
before slapping cute little Chris Rock.
I don't know. I kind of actually, I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of feel bad, like I'll be transparent because that's just how we are. But Mike and I are getting ready to do Women in Horror for the month of March, and we talked about like Jada Pinkett, or he brought up Jada Pinkett. And I was like, I kind of feel like she's problematic. I don't know if I want to talk about her or promote her, because in the end of it, I really actually feel kind of bad for Will Smith, because I don't know if y'all saw the Red Table episode where she talks about all their business on that. That was crazy. I watched the whole thing from start to finish.
The thing is, though, Will Smith is such a good actor because he made us all believe for the last God knows how many years that one, he's in a happy marriage, and two, he's actually a really nice guy. Neither of which are true.
Oh, and then all the people coming out from Fresh Prince talking about how like he didn't advocate for them, and he went in and got himself more money, but told them that the other people didn't need more. I'm like, dang. I'm like, okay, well, anyway, but no, I didn't. I've never bought. I do like him in Men in Black, but that's because I like those movies. I think they're fun. But outside of that, he just doesn't impress me, and I just wish they had cast different. I will say though, the character in the book, and obviously Vincent Price plays him in The Last Man on Earth. I do love that they moved into utilizing people of color in these remakes. I always appreciate that. But there had to be somebody else that showed up for that audition that I just think would have brought more for me, because he just wasn't it. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
You're talking about Mr. Independence Day.
Hancock was amazing. Oh, maybe
I did not care about Hancock when that's the drunk superhero, right?
Yeah.
I can't stand stories like that.
Someone made a fake YouTube video the other day with Hancock is returning for Marvel Avengers or whatever, with all those videos that are coming out now.
Oh,
I would love that. I would love that.
If Hancock turned up in Doomsday, that would be enough to get me back into Marvel movies.
I would show up for that. I'd show up for that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. JR says, bro kidnapped his wife. He was holding down his crew and wifey, and bro kidnapped his wife. Pursuit of Happiness is his best film. That is a sad ass film, but yeah, that was good. I did like his performance in that. I'm gonna do a couple of these shouts and then we'll go back to Mika. What time is it? We're doing. Oh, I knew it was gonna be a little longer. Okay. Surviving Horror Podcast. If we count The Thing, that's the greatest. The Day of the Dead is always on the awful list. I told y'all that one came up a lot. That's just from Instagram. I think I had some hits on this on. Let me see. Y'all, I don't know how to do all these. Okay, here we go. Hughes is a friend of the channel. He's also been in some of the anthologies that we've done. We love him. From the top of my head, I think you'll agree. Wolfman 2010 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Worst for him is The Green Inferno. Madman 731 on Blue Sky is favorite horror movie remake is The Thing. Least favorite would be Psycho. Jed Schaefer, it looks Streets A Jed at for Blue Sky. Favorites is The Thing and The Blob. Least favorites are Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Bro.
I mean, he gets half credit. He gets half credit.
All right, Mika, what you got next? We'll do one more round, then we'll do like rapid fire ones we just want to throw in that we didn't get a chance to, because I don't want to keep you guys for too long. It's past Scott's bedtime.
Oh. Okay, so I like both equally. But it's Let the Right One In and Let Me In.
That was on my list.
I didn't put that on my list, but only because I figured somebody else would bring it up. Okay.
Yeah, I love both of these. I especially love the remake. I won't say I love it more than the original because, again, I love both movies equally. But I love the fact that they took all of the essence of the remake, took all the essence of the original and elevated it, and gave us because I saw Let Me In first, or Let Me In first.
Yeah.
And then I saw Let the Right One In, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I can hate even though I know that it's a remake, I could not hate either one of these movies. I can't tell you one is better than the other one. They're both equally done perfectly. And it's so great that you get, in the remake, you get more emotion out of it. You know, it is more horror forward than the original, but I love both of these movies equally.
That's an interesting take. Did you just say that the remake is more horror forward?
Yes.
Really? Oh, okay. I'll calm down. Somebody else go first.
I think both of these movies do something really well, and it's the bond with the characters.
The two characters. I agree wholeheartedly.
The bond between the two characters that you fully invest in. And like you really want them to be okay, and you want that to go the way it should go. And I think that's why both of these movies work so well, because they strike up that bond with the audience so quickly that you're so attached and so invested. And also both of them are beautiful movies. Yes. So well shot.
Stunningly filmed. Totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love both of these films equally. And on my list for things that I need to add to my collection, because I don't have either.
Oh, dang.
I have Let Me In, but I don't have Let the Right One In.
Well, I agree with you both. I agree, but I will say I do still prefer Let the Right One In a little bit more. Yeah. But I think Let Me In is such a well done remake because, as we all know, America has an issue with remaking international foreign language film just to appease the American English-speaking audience.
Yep.
That's why I dislike a lot of the remakes of like the J-horror movies. But in this particular case, whoever adapted the screenplay, and the director, they, like you said, they captured the essence of the original, which is the bond. Like they knew what was important to this movie and they didn't sidestep it at all. It wasn't just let's do a shot for shot with no heart, but just put it in English so that Americans will watch it. No, this was done with care that we need more of when remaking international film.
I would like to piggyback off of that and say the other thing is, because so Scott and we're going to talk about remakes a lot. I can't help it. But we just did, wait, one of them's not out yet. I forgot what order I did. We did Ring is out already. Yeah. But we also did Grudge, and we also covered Pulse, because we were kind of going through this loop of like, the Asian horror remakes and what they turn into. Because we talked about this, I think, in all of those episodes about taking these really difficult things and watering them down. And kind of exactly like you're saying, they water them down for American audiences. And one of the things that they removed that made the first one complicated and at times uncomfortable to watch was sort of the sexual undertones between the two children, because in Let the Right One In is like in your face. And then in the other one, it's completely toned down. And I'm not sad about that, by the way, because that's uncomfortable. That was so awkward to watch as a grown-up. Right. But I just think it's another, like exactly what you were saying, because I was looking really quick to see, because, and I should have known this, because there's relatively a decent amount of gore in this, but in Let Me In, it's rated R. A lot of times when they do American remakes of international films, they make them PG-13. Yep. Pulse, The Grudge, Ring, like all of those, they're all PG-13 horror because they do water them down. So I just wanted to piggyback off that point because I totally agree. I'm gonna do these really quick.
Sounds like you took that personal.
Me?
Yeah.
Which
like,
part?
How dare?
She had a Michael Jordan moment. I took that personally.
I will say though, first of all, Chloe Grace Moretz is in one of my favorite remakes, okay, in horror, and so I love her in a horror space. I know she's in Kick-Ass and she's done other things, but I like her in horror. I really do think, and that's such a complicated character to play for the age that these kids were. So I do really like this remake a lot. It's very much up there. It did water it down a little bit for the audience, and that's all I wanted to add. That's all. I missed a bunch. I'm gonna go through real fast. Sorry. Nord, my least favorite by far is I made a nod to that earlier because that's not a remake. We're all on the same page, right? That's not a remake. That's just a different movie with the same name, right? Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. I need to see both of those. I've never heard anything bad about the original. I don't know which one we're talking about.
She's talking about Let Me In and Let the Right One In.
Okay. We were already on that one oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah. The original is so good. Sorry. My bad, Tasha. You know I love you. Original hooked me. Funny Games is another OG. This Awesome's equally awesome remake. Luckily, Michael Haneke wrote and directed both. Stellar cast on both. Did not know there was a remake of that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Original Speak No Evil is better than the remake. Well, then I definitely am not watching the remake because I fucking hated the original. Hollywood needs to do a happy ending. Major problem with happy ending. Listen, if you're a parent and you do the things and you allow the things to happen to your children, you do not need to be a parent. I can't stand those.
Could not be me and Speak No Evil.
Same.
Everybody got to go.
I will
Everybody
burn
got
you
to go.
alive, and I will burn everyone you've ever spoken to alive. Play with me and my kids. Okay, what's up, Doc Mortis? How are you? I was just talking about you the other day because we've been watching. There was an update on. Oh my God, the Mortuary Assistant, and I was like, oh, that was like yours was one of the first playthroughs I ever watched of that game. International films are more brutal, just like Martyrs. Oh, brutal film, not for everyone. Didn't even watch the remake because that movie is perfect. Haven't even wanted to acknowledge the American version. The same. The first one did hit me anywhere. It pissed me off. It didn't make any logical sense, and I hate that movie so much. I didn't even finish it, actually. I DNF'd it.
Okay. They got away at one point. They were away, and they were
what
hey,
is happening?
Let's go back.
I cannot.
No, they went back because their daughter was like, "Oh, my teddy bear is there." No,
yeah,
we'll buy you a new
damn
one.
bunny.
Get fucked. You can get a new teddy bear. I don't care. We're not.
We can get you get a new one. I'm not
I
playing
will buy
with
you an Xbox.
Listen,
who cares?
no. When
well,
I
girl,
saw,
do you want a tablet or no?
I know when we saw the trailer for the new one, because I love James McAvoy and he plays crazy very well. Okay, but when I saw in the trailer that they let their teenage girl get on the back of a motor scooter or whatever with some like 40-year-old man, I was like, I'm not fucking watching this. I'm not watching this. It's gonna infuriate me. So I didn't watch it. In case anyone didn't know how I felt about those movies, what I miss. Okay, international versions are always 100% agree. There's almost.
I've got one. I got one that's. And I'll bring it
I know
up.
which one you're getting ready to.
I do
you know
too.
what? Never
Actually,
mind.
I wonder if it's the same one. International.
It's got to be the same one.
Rude. My bad, Tasha. Okay. Yes, I'm holding off on watching the trailer for the Mortuary Assistant. I'm trying to go in blind. I don't think it's going to be very good, but I say that lovingly because I'm very excited for the project and the indie developers of the game because it's badass and I'm going to love it no matter how bad it is. I'm just putting that out there. Same with, Silent Hill. James McAvoy split. Exactly. All right. Is hot. Tasha, stop it. Red flags, girl. Okay. All right. Sorry. Continue. Where were we at? I forgot. I don't even know. Were we on? No, Scott.
I think we're on Scott, right?
All right. Sorry, Scott. Go.
Okay, I'm going to lose the room and I'm going to lose the audience. I'm going to lose everyone with this. Everyone's coming for me.
Okay.
Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh, we good.
That one.
We're good.
We're
good. We're good. I thought you were going to say something else.
Wait, what? I thought. Okay, you're saying you like that one.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween too, but Rob Zombie's initial Halloween is amazing.
The first one was so good.
Yeah, they could have kept that second one, though.
Yeah, second one.
He didn't even want to do that one, though, right? There's like that whole thing, and he didn't even want to do that one, and it was too much.
Well, we could tell.
Yeah, it just sucked. With the horse.
John Carpenter didn't want to do the second one either.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, for Halloween. Yeah.
So, but no,
he didn't want it. It wasn't supposed to become a franchise. It was supposed to be a one and done.
Be a one-off. Yeah.
Yes.
It was going to be an anthology, right? Which is why we eventually got
the best
Halloween movie, which is Season of the Witch. Okay.
I am in a good, safe space because Halloween's not my franchise.
No, mine either.
It's not mine. So when you said that's better, I was like, I have no stake in this game.
No, we did a Halloween franchise live. I believe it was last summer. Tasha, were you on that one? I know Kat was. Where I pissed everybody off with my Halloween takes because I also am I'm not a Halloween person. I loved Halloween Ends. Y'all mad if you want to be mad, but I loved it. I loved Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is actually my favorite of the three. I don't care. And Season of the Witch is the best Halloween movie. Brad Hawk Talk. Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. I thought you were going to go with the new Halloween. I was going to spam chat. That's okay. I have control over it. It's okay, Scott. I like 2018 better than the OG. Are we talking about Halloween?
Yeah.
That's a hotter take than what I just said.
That's hotter take than Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Woo!
Wow.
Is it? I thought 2018 was beloved.
I think it's beloved, but more than the original.
Not more than the original, yeah. John Carpenter hates Zombies Halloween.
Yeah.
Carpenter hates everything.
The
How are you?
original is like 4th or 5th in my ranking.
Yeah, I am not. They should have burned the screenplay for how. Come on, you know what? You know what I think I like about it now that I've had time to sit on it is it has so many nods to Season of the Witch, and I was like, maybe that's what they'll do next, and they'll kind of go into the factory, and we'll get to see. But okay, I agree with Mike on the Halloween franchise. Tasha, time out again. Okay, sorry, I'm caught up. Okay, no, I love the 2018 Halloween. That's a good one.
It's a lot more brutal. It's a lot more violent. We get backstory to Michael. Whenever I bring this up and whenever I speak about it online, everyone's like, oh, Michael's meant to be a mystery. It's like, no, I don't want a fucking mystery. I want to know about him. I want to know why. When I watch a horror movie, I need a reason for the killer to be the killer. It doesn't have to be a detailed reason, but I need something. And with the original Halloween, it's like, just because, like, one day he decided to kill his sister and now he's come back to kill everyone. Like, but why? And John Carpenter's like, don't worry about the why. Like, he's got a cool mask.
He's also has superpowers just because. You know?
Oh, I can't.
He's like a possessed person, right? He can pass it on, and it gets real crazy after a while. But
he just woke up that day on Halloween and was like, she got to go.
Yeah, backstory and personality are so important to your villain. You do need to do that well, and you do need to give them a backstory. And that's why, like, so many people, different people can play Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, but that's why we had the issue with Freddy Krueger in the remake.
Yeah.
Because everyone was so attached to Robert Englund's version of Freddy because we knew Freddy.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Tasha's laughing at JR. Evil Dies Tonight is the worst. Well, that was a little silly. I give it to you. Honestly,
I quote that rarely. In the house.
In the house, just walking around. I see the most recent trilogy as 2018 and Kills. Yeah, Kills is my favorite of the three, but I know that's not. I don't mind Kills, but did get annoyed with the catchphrase. Ends hurts my soul though. I watched the OG Halloween, then Zombies after to get a whole movie. It's an interesting take. Evil Dies Tonight, and they all got fucked up. It's kind of cool with Corey being the next shape. When he killed him, I will tell you, I had to sit with that for like weeks because I was pissed. I was like, why?
That's what made the movie bad for me.
That is what made it. Also, I did not need another rehash scene with the sewing needle thing. I was over that. I'm like, y'all are old. Can we move on to something else? Come on, man. No, that's a good shout. All right, Curtis, what you got next that you want to talk about?
So I don't think we mentioned it, and I don't know how people are going to take it just because of the IMDb and the Rotten Tomato ratings. But I kind of like the Amityville Horror remake more than the original, because I mean it's I know I was talking earlier about these older horror movies having to establish dread and having to work with what they got, but I don't think the original had a lot to work with. I think the one thing that sticks with me from the original is the two red dots that are supposed to be scary eyes just taking up the screen. And it's like, that's not terrifying at all. Do something better. And then I don't know. I really like Ryan Reynolds playing the part. I enjoyed it, and it could just be because it came out like right when I was hitting my late teens or 20s or whatnot, early 20s. So maybe it's just like a nostalgia thing, but I enjoyed the heck out of that movie.
I think that's a great remake.
I love the remake.
I love the remake.
I love it.
You know, it's rated lower on every metric, on every website. And I'm just like, that doesn't make sense to me.
That seems silly to me.
Yeah.
That seems silly. I liked that. I thought that one was well received by the community. No?
No.
Is it because it's not Amityville Suitcase or Amityville Water Fountain or all those other or
Amityville? I ain't even gonna say it. Never mind.
Room temperature take. There is no good Amityville movie. They both can go to the trash.
We did a found footage one, right? Have y'all covered that on the Found Footage Fridays?
No, because it's got Amityville.
Amityville found footage.
Yeah, but it's
They do have a found footage one, and I'm like contemplating watching it.
I'll let you do that. You suffer, and then you let me know if you think I need to suffer too. We'll go from there.
Just tell her yes, no matter what. It's like, oh, it was great. Check it out. You'll love it.
And it's just me staring at the camera like this while we review it.
The thing is, Amityville have made a real clever decision, because what they've done is whoever owns the rights to Amityville movies are like, what should we do now? Oh, did you see that shark movie the other day? We could do Amityville's Under the Sea. Let's do that. That works. And they just come up with the most ridiculous thing and go,
it works.
Well, yeah, we want to make a movie about clowns that fly, but we'll just do Amityville attacked by flying clowns. Cinema done, job done. And I like the fact they've just gone with that. It's so much fun. They're all terrible.
Joe said, all right, leave him because of Mike's take on Amityville. Just kidding. Mike's like, I stand on business for this one. Oh God, I got behind again. My bad. Where are we at?
There is an Amityville Shark House.
I know. I know. I've seen the poster for it. I haven't watched it, but Rob Zombies, I enjoyed.
You don't want to?
Michael, the sequel was just because he had to, and he likes his wife. You're gonna kill this man with those lips. Blasphemy. Talk about Corey. Ryan Reynolds carried the remake. Joe is all about the Amity Horror remake. I mean, who doesn't like Ryan Reynolds chopping wood in his pajama bottoms?
That was a hot never stop.
I discovered there's actually an Amityville Teabag movie, and it's not an adult film.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't. Yeah, found footage is yeah. I have watched each Amityville movie up to Amityville Death House. I had to take a serious break after hearing the line. Do Amityville through the eyes of the fly would be better. Could be better. I bet Amityville Shark House is so much better. Tasha, don't you dare start trying to rage bait me in the comments. Do you hear me? Sky Sharks is a masterpiece. Okay, don't even start with your 7 on Train to Busan. Get out of here.
No, forget Sky Sharks. What you all need is Clownado.
I like that movie.
Are you serious?
It's so good.
It's real.
I like
Let me
it.
look up the poster.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
It's bad, but I like it.
It's basically someone went, oh, that Sharknado movie was silly and that done well. Let's do that with clowns. It's that.
Yo, the poster.
Yeah.
It's about to get twisted.
Yep.
Oh shit.
We're here now.
Oh, this is where we are.
I need y'all to see, because I actually paid to watch this movie because it was free on Pluto or something, and I watched half of it because it's kind of like an anthology. Mm-hmm. But then they took it off before I could finish it, and I paid $2 to watch it. Catnado is.
I see. I've heard of it.
Have y'all seen that?
I have not.
So maybe I love it because it's horrible. It's ridiculous. I made my wife watch it, and I think she may have liked. Would you like one of those in there? She liked one of the stories, but they were all stupid and enjoyable in the greatest way. Yeah, it's perfect.
This forecast is clawful.
It sounds awful.
That's ridiculous. I did not even know the Clownado thing was a thing either, though. That's insane.
Yeah.
Tasha said, "Oh my God." See, this is the kind of stuff she wants to watch, but then she wants to piss all over Sky Sharks. Okay, Sky Sharks is a masterpiece. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna be real. I have no idea where we were. What were we talking about? Halloween.
We were talking about Clownado. We got Clownado.
Scott said, "Let's
and
get
the
that
remake is coming."
Yeah, well, Clownado is clearly a remake of Sharknado, which is clearly a remake of Sky Sharks, which is clearly a remake of Jaws. This is where we are now.
They're all shot for shot. If you really look closely at them.
Put them side by side.
I knew this was going to be such a fun conversation. I was so looking forward to this lineup of people. All right, Amityville. Good shout. I remember now. All right, Mike, what is your next one that you were talking about?
So going back to that comment that the international originals are always better, I do have one American remake that I think is better than the original, but the original is still very good. It's just something about the remake is better, and it was talked about very, very, very recently on Voices Remakes, and that is The Ring.
The Ring.
Okay.
That's
That wasn't
that's
the
the
movie
one
I was
I
thinking.
agree.
Okay, we're good. We're fine. You're
That's
good.
the one I agree on. I think that as good as the original is, I think the American remake is better. It's more entertaining. It's scarier.
It is. And that's the main part is I definitely, and this was the most shocking to me because international horror just knows how to grip at your fears a lot better than American film does, in my opinion.
I agree.
However, in The Ring, I think there was more tension, suspense that led to horror moments, scary moments. I think it was done very well. I didn't appreciate it when it first came out because I was a kid and it moved a little slow for me. Watching it as an adult, I think that this is as great of a remake as you can get from the original source material. And like we said earlier, putting enough originality on it to create your own identity, but still not be so far removed from the source material. The Ring is fantastic.
I agree.
That was a
Wholeheartedly agree.
significant disclaimer you dropped before all that. It's like you were
I was
scared
gonna
to
say,
say it. Like, look, y'all, look, it was okay.
It's okay if y'all don't like what I like.
No, I was
he
like,
said
I
The
feel
Ring,
like
and
a
we're like,
lot of people think this. But
Yeah,
No, I love The Ring.
I do too. I think I said that I like this one better in the episode that Scott and I just did for January. I think I
Yeah.
said that.
You did. I still prefer the original.
The original.
I find the original deals a lot more with feelings and
Yes,
sort of
it's exposition heavy.
is very exposition heavy. I really like the original. I think I said on the episode, the remake is a good remake, but it's one that if I was given the choice of the two, I'll always go for the original. It just it
Not me.
lands better for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So something weird just popped in my head. Could the Smile movies be a remake of The Ring? Like, if you think about
They
the
are.
story behind it, like
They
it's there. There we go.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
no
Smile's
VHS
just
tape.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't even think about that. How it's
Yeah.
like passed on.
Yeah,
Huh.
in fact, it's more brutal because instead of just popping a tape in, you have to watch someone bash their own
Someone
brains out with a
die
spoon.
horribly. So,
Yeah.
so what was it? House of Wax is a remake of Tourist Trap, and Smile is a remake of The Ring.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Dang,
While you
I
have
don't
me
know.
back to the House of Wax thing, just to make you a little jealous, I have an autographed headshot from Vincent Price. Just
Of course you
FYI.
do.
Yeah.
Of course you do. You have all the. I have a makeup palette with his face on it.
That's pretty cool. I don't do makeup too often. My complexion is natural.
Oh yeah, Vincent Price. Ugh. All right, so I'll do one, and then we can do like rapid fire, so we can wrap up. If any other ones that you want to mention, I can't. There's so many on my list you guys did not say. I wish I had thought. I wish I had been better prepared for the ones y'all were going to bring because I got a lot on here. Let me think really quick which one I absolutely am going to be upset if I don't get a chance to talk. I know. Okay. All right. So we know Angel is a fan of Universal Monsters. Scott will already, of course, know where this is going. Some of you may also know where this is going.
Yeah.
This is an example of a remake that I think is better than the original. And that is Wolfman 2010. Don't freak out, everybody. I would never fucking say 2025. 2010 remake of Wolfman is it's so good. Now I know Scott gets upset because I have CGI in it, but I would like to point out that it is both. Okay, it has both. Okay, all right, and it's got Anthony Hopkins, it's got Emily Blunt, it's got Hugo Weaving, and it's got Benicio del Toro. I'm not sure what else you need. But I absolutely love this one.
I didn't get upset because it had CGI in it. I got upset because it had shit CGI in it. That was my issue.
There's a difference, he said.
Nah. I love the remake of Wolfman so much. And don't get me wrong, I think as we grow older and we rewatch things, we revisit characters that we didn't think about when we were younger in this way, and we go, kind of problematic. Like in the original, maybe looking at girls through their window and then showing up with jewel. It's a little, Lon Chaney was a creeper. I'm just saying. Whereas Benicio del Toro's version of Lawrence was very the broken artist, right? And I really love that depiction. God, I fucking love this movie. This movie is so good. But that one I for sure wanted to talk about, just because I do think it made it impossible for me to even consider liking 2025, because it was so well done. And it was period correct. So we got those badass like asylum scenes, which is some of my favorite bits in the movie. You've got the same themes with the generational curses and the trauma and the grief and all that. All that stuff was just so well done. And you got the little love story going on, and I'm here for all of that. Damn the brother, who cares? He's been dead like the whole movie. But I just think it's a solid remake, and I think it's better than the original. So I had to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than the original. And also,
shocking.
Also, are you saying that like looking through someone's window and then like going to try and chat them out, that's not okay anymore? I thought that was still like, is that not cool?
No.
Shit, I need to stop doing that. Damn it.
What did Lisa say when you showed up at her shop and you were like, hey?
She was fine with it. I thought this was still acceptable. Like, I didn't realize that had changed.
It's really only creepy if someone catches you. So
exactly.
Or you talk about it on camera, I guess.
Yeah. You can play this off as a joke, though. You're fine.
You're totally good.
Yeah, no one thinks I actually done it.
No. All right, I'm going to do comments really quick, and then we'll do some rapid fire. So we are anticipating Amityville. Also, I don't know who we are anticipating it. Jaws, except we're going to need a bigger plane or a bigger storm cellar. I have Vincent Price's bus, and I've been compared to him on multiple occasions. So the first time, I have to say this, the first time I ever saw any of your videos, actually, what was the first thing? I don't remember what the first thing I saw. I had a similar kind of thought process because of your delivery and the way you speak and you carry yourself. I could see that. Smile is a case of, yeah. Depression's transmitted demon. I like that. In fairness, the original Larry wasn't looking into it. He was using a telescope to look into our window. There goes my whole dating strategy. Well, they'll take dating advice from the original Wolfman. Maybe find some other tactics. Although Scott's relationship's going well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just pick a couple. We'll do rapid fire, and then we'll wrap up, because I lied and said this was only going to be an hour, but I should have known with this group it was going to probably take a little bit longer. But also the chat's been crazy fun also, so that hasn't cut down on time either. But let's do, I don't know, however many you want to get through. Just if you just want to give a list, you could say this one, hated it, this one, love it, or however you want to do it. Mika, we'll start with you.
I'm only going to do one, because just one. One missed call, the remake. To replay.
Wait.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Hated it. Yep.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated that remake.
Hated it. Hated it.
I remember like watching it. No, I remember it because I had the ringtone on my phone. So my phone started ringing, and I was like, I haven't watched one. Like I haven't watched the One Missed Call, remake in a while, and I paid for it, and I was like, I should dispute this charge with my bank.
Damn,
like
that's brutal.
The first 5 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna call the bank and dispute this charge. That's what I'm about to do.
I'm gonna start using that. That's good. I like that. I'm stealing it. That's funny. All right, Scott, what's some you want to shout out?
I'm gonna go with one as well, and I'm amazed we've not brought it up at all. 13 Ghosts.
Tasha brought it up in the comments, but I didn't put it on my list because I did think somebody was gonna bring it up. That's a good shout.
I love this. I think this is probably Matthew Lillard at his most unhinged, apart from SLC Punk. Like in this, he is just chef's kiss. So entertaining.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
I love 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, it is drastically more entertaining than the original. I love the original, but it's old, and so this was much better. I agree. I like that one too. All right, Curtis, which one do you want to shout?
So I'll shout out two because I can't remember if anyone brought up the first one. Okay. The Hills Have Eyes.
Nope.
I think they're very similar movies, but I think it's also the situation where they were able to be a little more brutal in the second one. But it was still pretty hardcore in the first one too. But it wasn't shot for shot remake, but that was a very similar movie. But they were both really good. And then Maniac. So
on my list too. Maniac was on my list.
Maniac.
I enjoyed I enjoyed both of them for different reasons. The first movie, I don't know the actor's name, but that guy was terrifying. Like if I saw him in real life today, I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to be around him. But watching Elijah Wood cut off scalps, that's pretty awesome too.
Agreed.
Yeah, the Hills Have
That's a good
Eyes
shout.
remake, when that come out, I had a baby about the same age as the baby in that movie, and that night I was like, that's it. I'm locking all the doors. I'm locking all the windows. That's like when they take the baby out of the camper, I was like, this is awful. This is the worst thing I've ever watched. I didn't watch it for years. It really got to me, really bugged me, that scene.
It's a brutal movie. Like both of
Mm.
them are like kind of devastating at parts.
Yeah.
Joe Spinell was the original.
Yeah, that guy's scary.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Mike, what you got? What you want to shout out?
All right. I got 3 that I'll do real quick. We talked about Nightmare on Elm Street and Psycho being at the bottom of the totem pole.
Mhm.
I've got 2 that I think are even worse than those, and that is The Fog and
That was on
The
my list.
Omen.
Both of them was on my
Omen
list.
was
Wow.
I did not like either of those. I agree.
They were so bad because they were dull. They took
Yeah.
everything from the original and said, let's
Yeah.
not do this, and let's put some bad acting on top of taking out the heart and soul of these movies.
Yeah.
The one that I will say that I do love that we did not talk about, and I know a lot of people love it. A lot of people think that the original is better. I think for me, they're side by side because they're so different. But I
Mhm.
absolutely love the Suspiria remake. I think it's fantastic. And the scene, the ballroom or ballet room scene that everybody knows has been so permanently ingrained into my mind that just randomly I'll think of it and just like get distressed.
That's good. That's how you know something was good.
Yep.
Mhm. All right, I got 3. I'm gonna go like loved it, mid, hated it. All right, my loved it is oh no, I'm wrong. I'm lying to you because I circled something different. All right, not a fan, mid, not a fan. All right, so have you guys seen the movie Uninvited?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a remake of a Korean film called
Yep.
A Tale of Two Sisters.
Yep.
A Tale of Two Sisters is so insanely good, and Uninvited seemed great until I saw the original because I saw Uninvited first, and I absolutely love Emily Browning. Like, love her. So I really liked it. But then when I saw A Tale of Two Sisters, I was like, damn, it's so much more nuanced and so much more like these intense. The sound is it's so good. If you haven't seen that one, I highly recommend it. But so Uninvited, I really, comparatively speaking, there's just no competition there. It just really didn't touch A Tale of Two Sisters. Another example of Asian horror that supersedes its follow up. But this is my mid one, and Scott and I have covered this on remakes as well. Poltergeist. So everybody knows by now, I'm a massive fan. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. I'm a massive fan of the original. The original is on my influential horror list. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. A lot of love for the franchise as a whole. Not so much with what they were forced to do with 3, but we'll not talk about that. The remake, however, missed a lot of marks for me that I feel like the original nailed, which is like the family dynamic, some of the conversations, the emotional bits, like that scene when the mom is like, she went through me. As a parent, like rewatching that, devastation. So good. The remake didn't really capture it. Fun cast, fun moments, but I didn't think it compared to the other. So it's kind of like meh. And contrary to what some people believe, the clown is not scarier in the remake. Stop it, Scott.
Yeah, it is. The clown in
No,
the
it is
remake. Yeah, it is.
He said it's terrifying to me.
Look it up now.
I'll do a reel. I'll put them side by side, and it definitely is. Definitely is.
No, I definitely disagree. And then my last one, and it's really 2. Please don't make any more Black Christmas remakes. I think we've had enough. I think we've been through enough.
We got
Stop
like 30
remaking.
of them now.
There's Listen, the '06 was so bad, okay? And I thought, damn. So Scott and I, because we do remakes, we're like, we have to cover these. And I legitimately refused to watch them until we decided, no, we need to cover them for December because it's festive. Y'all, these movies are the worst. '06 is a lot of people's guilty pleasure. I have no judgment on that end. But the people who defend 19, I just do not get. The one from 2019 is not is like such a bad remake. I hated them. So Black Christmas is like up there on, it's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so good. I genuinely was probably honestly never going to give the remakes a chance, but I hated both of them. 19 worse than 6.
You do know there's a new one coming, don't you?
No.
I was going to say, oh.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there is.
Remember when I was talking about the Child's Play remake, and there was another movie that is just a remake in name only, and if they took the name away and gave it something different, it's not a bad movie? 2019 Black Christmas.
What? And the thing is, like, listen, some messages in horror, I think, do need to be very forward. I do think you need to be hit around with, and it does need to make you uncomfortable. This did not manage to do that. It was so like, it was trying so hard to be pro-feminism that it actually made it anti-women. It was very frustrating. So I had a hard time with it thematically, which is weird. You know, actually Imogene, the girl that plays the main character in this, was in the remake of Fright Night. She played the little girlfriend or whatever. I like her. I hated the Black Christmas movies. Plot twist, the live ends with Angel's poltergeist monster tattoo disappearing and showing up in someone else's.
That's funny.
People make me mad. He's faded on purpose because he's an 80s monster. And people are like, oh, is it just an older tattoo? Get out of here, uncultured. I don't have time for this nonsense. All right. So,
Uncultured.
all right. I can't even with it. He's supposed to look old. I got him the same time as I got all my other ones. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, see,
the clown, the original clown, sold for $650,000. Just FYI.
I saw. Yeah,
that's
I saw
ridiculous.
That's insane. And they've made it where you can go stay in that house. It's like a bed and breakfast now or something, but it's like booked out for like a long time. But you can go stay at the original. Why not?
Who pays to get murdered in their sleep?
Lots of horror fans.
You can stay at Buffalo Bill's as well. Buffalo Bill's is now an Airbnb.
No, thank you.
Can you go in the? Can you go downstairs?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can. The basement is there. You could do the whole lot.
Okay, I'd do that.
Put your friend put your friend in the well. Put the lotion on.
Curtis may or may not have been to Ed Gein's grave and keeps breaking into the property and doing all kinds of crazy shit. You like that kind of stuff.
The breaking is a very, very dramatic word. I walked through the woods where they didn't put a fence.
You said you're holding your phone like this.
Dramatic.
He said, I'm not supposed to be here right now, but
That was my best performing video on anything, I think.
I believe it. And you picked a great time too, because that stupid series had just come out, Monsters or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, anyway, I've kept you guys for way longer than I said I was going to, so I apologize. Scott, thanks for staying up so late to hang out with us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, it was lovely. I don't mind being up late. I'm gonna now go get something to eat, and I'll be up for another 2 hours anyway, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad of an inconvenience.
No.
Once again, all the links where you can find Mika, Scott, and Curtis, and Mike as well. I have Mike's separate links in the description always as well. Go follow if you're not. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We love you guys. Thank you for hanging out and talking with us. I'm going to hit the outro, but I'm going to preface it with this. It's probably going to lag enough that we're still going to be showing our faces at the end, so I apologize if that seems awkward to y'all. I do my best with StreamYard. Scott's trying to teach me new things. I'm averse to it. So here we go. I'm going to play the outro. We love you guys. Have a great weekend. And we'll see what happens at the end. BRB.